Hello everyone, happy evening, a very good evening. Am I audible and visible, everyone? Yeah, am I audible and visible, everyone? A quick note there in the live chat so that I know you can see me and you can hear me as well, everyone. Perfect. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. So, finally, the NEET PG 25 is done. And here we are, with another new cycle for the upcoming INICET exam, FMGE exam, and the NEET PG exam. So we have the upcoming INICET November 25 exam is on 9th of November. The FMG Jan 26 date that has been declared on the NBE website, that is 17th of January, right? And NEET PG 26, we don't know when it will happen, but probably not before May 26 for sure, right? So we are going to discuss, how to plan your studies ahead. I hope whoever has given the NEET PG exam, right, I hope the NEET PG has treated you well, guys. And if not, and if you are pretty sure that, I've not performed very well in the exam, or I've messed up with the exam, even if it was easy, I've made silly mistakes, and you think that you will not be able to take up a branch that score or rank will offer, then you can definitely go ahead for the upcoming INICET exam, right? And so that's what we are going to discuss the plan, because I was already receiving messages on the Telegram group asking for the strategy and plan ahead for INICET and the FMG exam, right? So guys, if you have any queries, please to put it in the live chat. See, someone is asking, can I score below 500? I think that's the rank that you're talking about in INICET while doing work in PHC. It all depends on, how well are your basic foundational concepts, how well you have read in your MBBS years, how confident you are that, you will be able to pull it through. Somebody who has studied really well in the MBBS years can do it even with working. But if you think, I need to work on my basics, then it might be difficult along with the work, right? Yes. So a few lessons that we have learned from the NEET PG 25 exam or any exam, right? Those are the constant lessons that are there that we learn. And the NEET PG 25 particularly has showed us that the PYQs and the PYTs are so important, right? One PYQ, one PYT you make mistake in, that's gonna affect your rank significantly, right? So guys, understand that to crack this exams, you don't have to do everything of all the 19 subjects. Rather than working hard, you have to work smart, right? It's not just hard work. Smart work is equally or more important, is what I personally feel in preparing and acing these exams, which are MCQ based, right? Though that's not the best way to test an upcoming doctor's ability, but that's how the system is. So you definitely need to learn the MCQ skills. That is very important, and that is what makes you a topper. You need to learn the tricks, the easy tricks, the mnemonics to remember the stuff, because if you don't have that in place, how many things do you think that you can revise just before the exam, right? So you have to learn in a way that even if some topics are left for revision before the exam, you could not revise it, you can still recollect them in the exam hall. So that is what you have to focus on while you are studying. It's not just the quantity that matters, it's the quality, how well you are reading it. More important, how well you are retaining it and able to recall it in the exam hall. And again, very important, the MCQ solving skills. Okay, that's very important. PG aspirant, I know that if you make silly mistakes, that haunts you badly, but trust me that You are not alone in that. Every student makes those silly mistakes, right, in the exam. Otherwise there would have been people who would score 200 out of 200 correct. So silly mistake to sabse hoti hai. You are not alone. So until the results are declared, which I believe should be done in the next 10 days, 10 to 12 days, generally the NEET PG result is there, right? So please stop overthinking, worrying about your mistakes or cursing yourself, right? Please don't do that. Yes. Okay. Somebody is asking, if I do short, will it cover the PYTs? Now, the review that I've got from the recent NEET PG exam at least is around 153 questions in this NEET PG exam you could do just on the basis of short, right? So short that we have is basically the core topics that are must know. You learn them in very easy way. So that takes off the major burden, the major chunk of the topics. You don't have to struggle to remember those topics. So that saves you a lot of time while you are preparing for the other topics. That saves you a lot of time in the exam hall, because those topics you can recollect and recall within seconds, right? So that's the feedback that we have got. Thank you, Swasti. Apart from the acid-base disorder mnemonics, there are many other mnemonics, I believe, which rock, not just the acid-base disorder. Yes. Yes, you can do that. Okay. So without taking much of your time, let me quickly dive into the plan that we have, the timetable that I've made for you, the schedule that I've made. Right. So I have taken care of, the major time that goes for the aspirants in planning the day, planning the schedule. So that has already been done to the extent that for daily, I've also given you that what topics in that particular subject you should be doing on that day. Right. So not just telling you that from 10th of August to 15th of August do anatomy, but also telling you that on each day what subtopics in anatomy you should be doing. Is this clear with everyone? Right. So I'll tell you the plan, but before that, what I want each one of you to do is please give a baseline, at least a mini GT. Right, giving a baseline GT which is of 200 questions, just after your NEET PG exam might be difficult, and it takes a lot of time. The review takes a lot of time. So what I've done for you guys is I've created a baseline mini GT which is of 50 questions, right? And it is all PYQ based only. So you know that none of the question is such that which is not important or not relevant, right? So give this baseline mini GT which is available for free on the Radsynapse app. How can you access that? I'll tell you that as well, so that you know how to access this baseline mini GT is just go, okay, yeah. So when you go to the home page of the Radsynapse app by Dr. Nikita, here when you go to the test series section, in the test series section, when you click on that, you would see the first one, which is the baseline GT. Okay, so that is how you are going to appear for this. Now, a very important announcement here is that this baseline GT, particularly for these 3 days, that is 5th of August to 7th of August, what you have to do is give the baseline GT. If you stand amongst the top 3 rankers in this baseline GT out of all the students who give this test, you get a free Radsynapse app subscription for 1 month. So basically this becomes like your scholarship test as well. So it's like a 2-in-1 target that you are hitting here. You are assessing your preparation. You are understanding that where you are standing. Plus, if you perform really well, you are in the top 3. You get the free subscription of the app for 1 month, right? So you have to give the test, please remember, by 7th of August. The result will be declared right on 8th August evening. We will declare the result. You can give the attempt only once, right? So bata rahe bhai, sab bata rahe. So this is the plan that we have, guys. Please make sure that you participate in this, you assess, because like I always say that it's very important that if you have to reach to a destination from point A to point B is your destination. First of all, it's very important to know where are you standing. Plus, you need to know that what is my destination. Is my destination INICET rank 100, INICET rank 500? FMG score 220, FMG score 160, NEET PG 26 rank 100, 1000, whatever it is, you need to know your destination, right? That is how your GPS works. You put the current location, you put that what is your destination, and then only you get the direction, right? So very, very important is knowing your current location is important. That is how you start your journey. And that is why this GT, the baseline mini GT, which is there of 50 questions, 50 minutes is what you would see there, right? And that's gonna be fun, I believe. And you will get to know that how, and at least with the PYQs, how well versed you are PYQs. Now, many of us are under this delusion ki PYQs to mujhe aate hain. So, right, it's a good way to assess. And again, remember, top 3 students will get the subscription as well. Okay? Okay, I'll answer the queries as well as we go ahead. No, I'll tell you everything, whether you want to, you have to watch what videos and all of that. Okay, so this is the plan that we have. Let me tell you what is the plan. See, before starting any subject, like, you doing your daily targets from another resource, you are using rapid revision. Let's say you are doing the rapid revision from Prep Ladder, right? First of all, understand that please do not do main videos because from any primary platform, because what happens is abhi aapko lagega ki bahut time hai, especially if you are preparing for FMG or NEET PG. You'll think that there's a lot of time and I'll start with main videos. You'll understand everything, all of that. But then revising that becomes difficult, right? Once your cycle finishes, then you realize, oh my God, I'm not remembering anything now. How do I revise all of it, right? So the best thing is, you should do the rapid revision videos, right? Prep Ladder. All the educators are the best in their subjects. So you can do rapid revision of Prep Ladder. What you should be starting with the subject is, so anatomy, before starting anatomy, what I've written here, 6.5 hours. This is the duration of the sure shot plus extra edge of sure shot, which you will find in the folder of sure shot plus extra edge, Pan India Online Sure Shot May 25 folder in the Radsynapse app. I've given you one complete day before starting the subject to finish off this Radsynapse app content, right? So that, it does not become an overburden, especially for the students who are preparing for FMG and NEET PG. You have time, right? So this is what you would be doing. For the INICET students, because the time is less, please avoid taking this one extra day. Try to fit in the Radsynapse app content along with the other days that have been given, right? So that is how you'll be able to finish your cycle. Otherwise, the cycle that you are seeing, we are starting from 9th of August. It is going on till 13th of November. Right? So the INICET students have to skip this yellow wale days which are given, which are dedicated days for Radsynapse app content. Is this clear with everyone? Now then you have anatomy that has been given 6 days. Day 1 you will do embryology, general anatomy. Day 2 you would do upper limb histology. Then these topics is what you are going to do. And when the subject ends, the last day of the subject, we will have a live class, in-app live class. We will have a test and discussion. You will give the test and then we will discuss that in the live class. For every subject we would do that, because this T&D sessions is what is going to help you develop those MCQ solving skills. I would pick up the MCQs, put the MCQs in the test, which will help you understand that, oh, this is how we approach a question. This is how we apply the concept that we have learned. Is this clear with everyone? So that's going to be the plan for all the subjects here. Right? So please start finishing off the Radsynapse app, at least the sure shot and the extra edge. ठीक है? अगर खुद की स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है तो ये वाली स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो कर दो. अगर खुद की स्ट्रैटेजी पे पूरा विश्वास है और फुल ऑन सॉलिड स्ट्रैटेजी है, देन प्लीज फॉलो दैट. इफ यू आर अ पर्सन हु गेट्स कंफ्यूज्ड एंड मिडवे यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड क्या करना है, तो बेटर है कि ये वाली स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो करो. ठीक है? So you would see that for every subject, the daily targets are given. Orthopedics 2 days, biochemistry, then there are 4 days. And these are the number of hours that you have, that the video content is there for sure shot and extra edge for the respective subject. So you can adjust your speed. You can watch the video at 1.5x, 2x, whatever suits you the best. If not, watch it at 1x. Once you watch the video, you would understand that what speed is suiting me the best, right? and every video has a PDF attached to it, a blank PDF and an annotated PDF. Both the PDFs you can export to your device. You want, you can take a printout, and you can make your own notes in the blank. If you want, you can think that I can read from annotated notes itself. You can do that as well. I would personally suggest that please make your own notes in your own handwriting in the blank PDF. That is what you can do. Every video will have a PDF attached to it. Yes, I have made this timetable common for all the exams so that everybody reads the same thing. Everybody can follow this live classes ka timetable as well. For the INICET students specifically, we will be having dedicated sessions for your, the binge revision sort of thing, or INICET dedicated TND separate sessions that we will do somewhere, in the month of October. Till then, everybody is following the same timetable. Where would you get this PDF? I'll be uploading this PDF of timetable on the Telegram group and also in the Radsynapse app. ठीक है, दोनों जगह आपको मिल जाएगी. Yes. So primarily what you have to do from the Radsynapse app is that one folder, the short plus extra H folder, the number of hours are given there. That's your primary target. Now let me tell you that how you have to do basically the plan here. This is the entire timetable that I've given you with the daily targets, telling you the number of the hours that you have. This 20 October for Diwali, I've given at a dedicated break day. Apart from that, these days which are there, the Radsynapse app content days, the yellow ones which are there, these are the days when you would be giving the GTs as well in between. When you see that the number of hours of the content that you have to do is less, which is like somewhere you would see 3 hours, 3.5 hours, somewhere you would also see less than that, 2.5 hours, 1.5 hours. So when you have less time of the Radsynapse app content, that is when you would be giving the GTs on those days. So if you have a queries that when do we give the GTs, these are the days when you give the GTs. Is this clear with everyone? Okay. Why have I placed the order of the subjects like this? They are integrated. पहले anatomy कर लोगे, फिर orthopedics करोगे. So you cannot do orthopedics without understanding the anatomy, understanding the muscle group ka action, right? Understanding the nerves. So nerve injuries like is a topic which is common to both radial nerve injury, ulnar nerve injury, right? Peroneal nerve injury. So anatomy and orthopedics are integrated, right? Biochemistry, you can do it separately. Once you understand physiology, then only you will be able to understand pharmacology, right? And with pharmacology comes anesthesia. A lot of drugs in anesthesia is what you have to learn, so that will be taken care of. Again, you have a lot of pharmacology in psychiatry, the CNS drugs. So anesthesia, pharmac, psychiatry are integrated. Then comes pathology. A lot of pathology, medicine is overlap. You cannot say in an exam whether this was pathology का question or medicine का question. तो इसीलिए हमने pathology रखा है, साथ में dermat रखा है और फिर medicine रखा है. उसके बाद you have medicine and peds, again are a lot of overlap, especially in the systemic वाला thing that you read. Pediatric specific is your neonatology, growth, development, all of that. Then you have microbiology which comes in. Then you have surgery, opthal, OBGY, FMT, PSM, ENT, radiology. Now these आखिरी वाले जो subjects हैं वो इतने integrated नहीं हैं, but definitely your physio, pharmac, then patho, medicine, right? Pharmac के साथ anesthesia, psychiatry, these are integrated, and at ortho is integrated. So that's why those subjects are put in that specific sequence. Is this clear with everyone? Right. I'll be coming to INICET वाले students को क्या करना है. Because this timetable is going on till 13th of November, while your exam is on 9th of November, right? So for the students who are dedicatedly preparing for INICET, first of all, you are not supposed to include these dedicated Radsynapse app content wale days. You have to remove it because you will be adjusting that Radsynapse app content with the subject days, right? Second, what you have to do is definitely you have to, in these days, you are not supposed to do just one cycle here. You have to manage a revision also here. ठीक है? So that is very, very important. I hope when you are planning to give INICET, that means you have given NEET PG already, and you are your at least one read is done, even if you have not given NEET PG, right? So you're not somewhere who's just starting the studies for the INICET suddenly. At least one read, whether you have given NEET PG 25 or not given NEET PG 25, is what you have done, right? Is this clear with everyone? So you will have to plan your revisions also. तो बेसिकली ये जो 6 दिन मैंने अगर आपको माइक्रोबायोलॉजी के लिए दिए है, तो 6 दिन में सिर्फ एक रीड ऑफ माइक्रोबायोलॉजी नहीं होगा, इसमें 1 रीड प्लस 1 रिविजन डेफिनेटली हो जाना चाहिए, इज व्हाट यू हैव टू प्लान फॉर. ठीक है? Okay, now coming to how you should plan your days. This is what I've told you, that in the app test series mein you'll find the baseline GT. Where will you find the short and extra edge? You will find the short and extra edge here when you go to the video section. In the video section, you will see this short course which is there. In the short course, recorded या content लिख के आएगा यहाँ पे, ठीक है, उसमें आपका यहाँ पे ये वाला फोल्डर होगा which is short plus extra edge. There you will see all the subjects which are there. This is the primary folder, that the target that you have to finish. ठीक है? Clear with everyone? And these are the various plans, subscriptions that we have available on the Radsynapse app. There will be a live class for every subject. TND would be taken at the end of the subject, right? Now let me tell you how you have to plan your studies. Okay, what should be the sequence that you have to plan your studies? See, first and foremost that you have to do is have a look at the previous year topics. So for example, if you are targeting INICET, so INICET specific PYTs की list आपको देखनी है. Now where will you get this PYTs? That also I've sorted for you for the NEET PG and INICET students. Again, in the app, when you go to the free content wala folder, you click on that. In the free content, this is where you will see the PYT, NEET PG and INICET. There will be a folder which gives you the PYTs from 2017 to 2023, segregated NEET PG and INICET wise. For these 4 subjects, we have updated the 2024 tak ke PYTs. We are working on the other subjects also, right? So that will also be uploaded. Till then, at least you can use this PDF, which is 2017 to 2023, you get an idea, right? For the rest of the years, you can quickly go through the PYQs of those years and understand that what topics have been asked. ठीक है? So first thing आपको क्या करनी है? First thing आपको करनी है कि PYTs देखने हैं to understand कि क्या क्या आया है. So for example, when I told you that in anatomy, day 1, you have to do, let's say, embryology, general anatomy. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि एम्ब्रियोलॉजी में क्वेश्चंस कौन से टॉपिक पे आ रहे हैं. सो फॉर दैट, फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू विल डू इन द मॉर्निंग व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग टू स्टडी इज लुक एट दिस PYTs वाला PDF. एनाटॉमी, एम्ब्रियोलॉजी अलग से दिया होगा कि उसमें क्या क्या पूछा गया है, एंड यू विल सी दैट कि व्हाट टॉपिक इज रिपीटेडली बीइंग आस्क्ड. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल डायफ्राम का डेवलपमेंट, हार्ट का डेवलपमेंट, right, the branchial apparatus, pharyngeal apparatus, that is frequently asked. You'll get an idea out of it, right? What is the next thing that you would be doing? Is that short folder which has the short plus extra edge. That is what you have to finish. This is something which is like, it has to be on the tip of your tongue, the entire content of short and extra edge, whether you are planning for rank 1, rank 100, 1000, 10,000, whatever rank. Everybody has to do this content very, very well, right? Now the question was, can I do it primarily, like without, if my concepts are not clear? Yes, you can do it, because we have not done this content in a way कि सिर्फ पढ़ाया है, right? PDF है और उसमें से सिर्फ पढ़ाया है, ऐसा नहीं है. I've told you the concepts also there. I've told you the tricks on how to remember. So for example, the cranial nerve columns in anatomy, the skull foramen in anatomy, GCS score, various trauma scores in surgery, all of that, everything has been discussed with a lot of tricks. So first, complete this. If there is any topic you felt कि मुझे इतना समझ में नहीं आया from here, you can just note it down, so that when you then go to the rapid revision videos, like for example from Prep Ladder. So when you will do this, you will pay special attention to the topic that was listed कि ये मुझे अच्छे से करना है. ठीक है? And when you will be doing the rapid revision videos, make sure that you are trying to do the active recall of the tricks that you have learned in the short videos, because there will be a lot of overlap, of course. Okay, so let me tell you that if rapid revision is this much, like the short is this much, so that is the core, right? This is the core of the rapid revision also. Rapid revision will definitely have more content as well. ठीक है, तो ये आपको करना है. फिर उसके बाद क्या करना है? See, what you have done so far is you have mastered the theory. But does mastering the theory gives you a good rank in these exams? Not at all. That is where the majority of the students make the mistake. ठीक है, कि सिर्फ theory, notes, videos इस पे ही focus करेंगे, and then they think that from the next read is when I would do the MCQ practice, but that is how not it works. ठीक है, is this clear with everyone? So that is why you have to work on this MCQ solving skills that you will learn from the test discussion videos that we have in the app. Now, which test discussion videos should you watch? Because there are so many. So not to overburden yourself in the first read itself, because you know you are already doing a lot of new stuff. So what you should be doing is, when you go to this test MCQ discussion folder in the short course, there is one folder which is final punch test discussion, right? The final punch test discussion has subject wise videos plus the mixed bag test videos also, right? So once you are done with this content, you go to this respective subject test discussion video. At least watch that. When should you do the mixed bag test discussion? On the short subject days, when you are doing the Radsynapse app content, basically which is your GT day, that is when you do the mixed bag mixed bag wali test as well. Okay, is this clear with everyone? Okay, so this is that test discussion videos. Which test discussion? The final punch test discussion videos is the first, at least primary test that you should be watching. Apart from that, there are many tests which we will keep doing, right? The live is going to happen, plus there are other recorded videos also. For the time being in this cycle, at least do the final punch ones. Then what you should be doing is completing the PYQs, right? We are in the process of uploading the PYQs, both the FMGE PYQs and the NEET PG PYQs also in the app. That will take some time. So till then, please, from your primary app, whatever you are using for your Q bank, do the PYQs there. Now remember that everybody, whether you are appearing for FMG or not, the FMGE PYQs are something that are must do, and the NEET PG and INICET students generally tend to skip this, or they're not aware that this is what we have to do. Honestly, if you ask me, I've seen the NEET PG recall. There are so many questions which are actually the FMGE PYQs, right? Same FMG PYQs that have come. In the last year INICET exam, I've also seen FMG PYQs being asked, like that Anemia Mukt Bharat ka 6x6x6 strategy wala question. That is a same to same FMG PYQ, right? So please start doing it, because this is something that majority of the students get to know only towards the end. And then they are like, अब time नहीं है, अब नहीं करते. तो please अभी से कर लेना. FMG PYQs करने हैं. FMG वाले students को FMG PYQs और NEET PG PYQs करने हैं. ठीक है? और INICET वाले students first primarily focus on INICET PYQs plus do the FMG PYQs for sure. ठीक है? Now when you will be doing the PYQs, you might come across some points which were not there in short, which were not there in rapid revision. So make sure कि if you come across the point which is extra, was not covered anywhere, you write it down somewhere. Okay, that is very, very important, because trust me, every time it is not possible to just go back to the app, even look at the bookmarked MCQs. The bookmarked MCQs just stay there waiting for you to come back, but then you are never able to see them. Okay, is this clear with everyone? Okay, currently the Jumble Studio, we will have on and off live sessions for the non-subscribers, but not like for all the subjects, or no commitment there currently. Okay, for everybody asking for, is there any coupon code we can use for the subscription? You can use the coupon code Synapse while subscribing to the Radsynapse app on any of these plans. Okay, so the coupon code is Synapse. If you have any queries, you can reach out to our support number which is given here. right? In case you need any assistance any further, you can definitely reach out on this number as well. Where can we access the FMG PYQs? All your primary apps do give that. And let's say in the next 10 days or so, we will try to make the FMG PYQs live on the Radsynapse app as well. And those FMG PYQs on the Radsynapse app will not be year-wise, but subject-wise and topic-wise. So you will have anatomy mein embryology FMG PYQs, upper limb FMG PYQs. Same thing we would be doing for the NEET PG also. Embryology NEET PG PYQs, upper limb NEET PG PYQs. The FMG PYQs will go live before the NEET PG PYQs. Tushar, trust me, you can clear the INICET exam. You follow this very religiously. Follow the plan that I've told you. Right, just do it this way and you can definitely clear the exam. Anjali, give this GT again, because maybe whatever baseline GT you gave would be eccentric, right? Might not be PYQ based. So that's why specifically I made a baseline GT, which is, I would rate it as an easy one, so that it's a confidence booster for you. You should give a GT, baseline GT is something which is a confidence booster and not, something which lowers down your confidence. So that's the very reason that I have personally made that baseline GT, so that you understand that in the core topics, the must-know topics, where am I standing? Okay, do I plan on doing any pan-India course? Some not very soon somewhere, right? That we would be planning a pan-India short course, because we already have the recorded content, which is available before NEET PG exam is when we might plan it. See, the Jumble Studio, your query, should you focus more on TNDs or the Q bank? The TNDs are basically a way to learn the skills that you might not learn by yourself, right? So for example, personally for me, cracking the MCQs with smart tricks, logically guessing the answer, how do you rule out the options, how do you read the question fast, that is what I personally love. And that is what I deliver in the test and discussion videos, right? So the test and the TNDs basically help you to learn those soft skills of solving the MCQs, which you might not learn by yourself. If you think that, no, my skills are good, then you can just keep on doing the Q bank by yourself. But if you want to learn those toppers tricks, the toppers instincts on how to approach the MCQs, then the TND videos on the Radsynapse app is what you should be doing. Yes. Okay. Saptarudra Das adding timestamps to short videos. Definitely, I would love to do that. But you know that it is time taking as well. So if any one of you, who's watching the short videos and would like to volunteer to help in getting those timestamps, that would be a big help if you can do that. Right, when you're watching the video, just write down ki kaun se time pe kaun sa topic start hua hai, and if you can just share it on a sheet of paper as well, I mean, that would be a big help for us. Otherwise, definitely we'll be doing on our end. It will take more time, but if you help us, that's gonna definitely help us. Akash, yes, if you have done short and extra edge last year, you have to definitely revise it. Until and unless every line of that short extra edge goes into your subconscious mind. I wake you up in the middle of the night, I ask you, and you're able to answer that. Yes? Okay, I get your point, Sridevi. September, October, or November. Right. So maybe you can just wait. We are starting the cycle on 9th of August. So वहाँ से करोगे तो शायद 9th November तक वो cover हो जाएगा. Because we don't have any plan like that, which is just extra 3-4 days. Ezil, okay. Ezil, it's fine. See, just have the faith that everything is for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe it was not your day. Or maybe when you see the results, you see that you have actually performed better, still perform better than the other students. So let's just wait and watch, right? ठीक है. Okay, so sir, please guide on what to next exercise and app after the short and extra edge are done. So after your short and extra edge are done in the app, please your next target is going to be completing all the test discussion videos. Go subject wise for those test discussion videos. कि anatomy के सब test discussion देख लिए, physiology के सब देख लिए. That should be your target. Apart from that, the surplus topics wala folder that we have, few surplus topics we have covered in exercise, but there would be few which have not been covered yet. That is what you should be covering. ठीक है. And one of you asked that custom modules जो हमें करने हैं वो कैसे करने हैं. Okay, very very important. So how to plan your studies and how to plan your day. See, day one, like anatomy, again let me give you an example. You have to do embryology. ठीक है. So now what you will do is, like I told you, see the PYTs first, then do the short wala folder, do the rapid revision, do the test discussion, and then when I'm telling you to do the PYQs, how will you do the PYQs is by making the custom module in your apps, primary apps, where you select the subject anatomy, you select the topic embryology, right, and you select the tag which is recent NEET, recent FMGE and recent INICET, so that you get to know that in embryology what all questions have been asked in all these exams. So every day you will be making a custom module for that respective topic, right? So this is how you will master a topic in a subject. And please make sure that you are making notes of all of this that you are solving in these custom modules, because you will not be able to go back to them again and again. You get things on one piece of paper, it's easier to revise rather than revising the bookmarked MCQs. Okay? Okay, Chetan is asking what is MedSynapse app. Heard a lot. In simple terms, if I can tell you that MedSynapse app is like the salt in the food, right? It seems like a very small content, but it is something without which the food is never going to taste good, right? So it's like that salt in the food, it's like that cherry on the cake without which the cake is incomplete. It is the core, right? Many students struggle with the recall, right? You understand the concept, but then recalling is what is the problem in the exam hall, especially when you are anxious. So that is what I work upon, basically making the concepts easy, like, making the concepts of acid-base disorders, renal tubular acidosis, renal tubular syndromes, brainstem syndromes, basically whatever the students find difficult and they struggle with, I take it as a challenge and I simplify for you with the tricks. Apart from that, we work on the MCQ skills, because that is another area where major students need to work, right? So something that you can say that you would not learn on any other platform is what you would learn here on MedSynapse app. So that is how it is complementary and an essential component in your exam preparation. Yes, FMG साठी शॉर्ट इनफ आहे का? डेफिनेटली इनफ आहे, राईट? ट्रस्ट मी, FMG साठी शॉर्ट MedSynapse ॲपचा कॉन्टेंट चांगल्या रीतीने करा आणि तुम्ही FMG नक्की क्लिअर करणार, राईट? सो दॅट इज व्हॉट आय कॅन प्रॉमिस. No, when you should give the full GTs, like I said, the short subjects, MedSynapse app content वाला days, उस दिन आपको GT देनी है, ठीक है? Pharmacology, Tushar, I mean, if you have not been there on the MedSynapse app, short and extra देख लो. Major content has been covered in very, very easy way. Just keep on doing once, twice, thrice till it gets into your subconscious mind and your pharmacology will be sorted. Strike rate of MedSynapse and NEET PG 25, according to one of the messages that I received, it was 153 questions, could be done just on the basis of the short videos. That's it. Also, we have one student who vouches for Liva saying, I just did short previous year with PYQs and got general surgery in government. Thanks. Liva, thank you so much for dropping in and letting everybody know who has a query on, whether we can use short. Thank you so much. Shivam, महाराष्ट्राची आहे मी, तर म्हणून मला मराठी येते. Yes. Great, Taj. Okay, right. Now, so how to plan your day is please follow time boxing. अगर पढ़ते रहोगे ना मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा कि टाइम कहाँ चले जाएगा. So please make sure that every day you are making the time boxes. That for example 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. this is the topic that I have to complete. So whether I complete it or not by 12 noon, I move on to the next topic. Okay, that is very, very important. Yes. And most important part, what are the mistakes to be avoided during your preparation phase, whether you're preparing for FMGE or you are preparing for NEET PG or INICET. First is, please do not do the main videos. Please do short extra edge folder which is there, plus do the rapid revision videos. This should be good enough. When you complement it with the PYQs, test discussion videos, it covers your major stuff. ठीक है, main videos नहीं करना है क्योंकि वो कभी revise नहीं हो पाएंगे. Second, revision, not including revision in the daily schedule is something which is a big mistake. Revision has to be done right from your day 1 and day 2 of starting studying. If on day 1 of anatomy you are doing embryology, day 2 of anatomy you are revising embryology, right? If on day 2 you are doing upper limb, on day 3 you are revising upper limb. Anatomy 6 days, when it is there, you are saving half day of the day 6 to revise entire anatomy. Trust me, if you follow this strategy, you will be in a very, very good position after your first read as well. मेजर गलती ये होती है लोगों की, सिर्फ पढ़ते जाते हैं, आगे आगे का पढ़ते जाते हैं और पीछे का भूल जाते हैं. So please don't do that. That is very, very important. Okay. Right, so you should not do the main videos, you should include revision daily, and you should not escape from practicing MCQs and giving the GTs. No matter how much you score in the GTs, I've personally spoken to a lot of toppers who got like top 100, 200 ranks in NEET PG. If you talk about their first GT score, it was only like 85 correct. And then in the final exam, when they consistently practice the MCQs, the GTs, they reach to like 160 plus correct. So remember, everyone starts small. ऐसा कोई भी नहीं है जो टॉपर अगर आपको लगता है रैंक 1 मतलब उसने फर्स्ट जीटी दी है और उसका फर्स्ट जीटी में 160 170 करेक्ट है, ऐसा कभी नहीं होता, राइट? So do not be afraid of giving the GTs. Do not be afraid of practicing the MCQs because this is what you are being tested on in the exam hall, right? And next common mistake, not making the notes, right? Being too lazy to make the notes, thinking it takes a lot of time. सब कुछ तो ऐप में है, फोन में है, स्क्रीनशॉट्स लेके रख दिए, वहां से रिवाइज करेंगे, बट कभी वो रिवाइज होंगे नहीं. Now you have good enough time, so please make your notes. This is very, 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 very important. Is this clear with everyone? Thank you so much, Chaitanya. That's great. If free YouTube content can do so much of wonders, you can score 140 in NEET just on basis of that. So I'm pretty sure that with the app subscription, it's going to do even more wonders. Yes, you can revise just based on the custom modules. The PYQ custom modules सबसे पहले करने हैं, फिर clinical tag वाले custom modules करने हैं, because that is the type of questions that you are seeing in the exam hall. The questions in every exam, be it FMG, NEET PG, INICET, are all clinical integrated questions. तो पहले कस्टम मॉड्यूल में रीसेंट नीट एफएमजी और आईएनआईसीटी वाला कस्टम मॉड्यूल फिनिश करना है प्राइमरीली. You have to reach the target of 100% accuracy in that custom module, and then you move on to the clinical tag wala custom module for those subjects. Like once you finish the subject anatomy, you move on to orthopedics. तो जब ऑर्थो कर रहे हो एनाट को भूलना नहीं है, एनाट का कस्टम मॉड्यूल कर लेना क्लिनिकल टैग के साथ, टू सी दैट हाउ वेल यू रिमेंबर दैट सब्जेक्ट. ठीक है, क्लासेस लाइव होंगे, राइट? somebody was joined late. The entire plan I've already shared. You can watch this video again. I'll share the PDF on the Telegram group and in app as well. Whenever we finish the subject, we will have a live T&D class that's going to be there. Okay, what is magic book? Okay, great. So magic book, the short book which is there, basically in sync with the short videos which are there in the app. That is what is the magic book. Currently, the magic book 5.0 that we had is out of stock. We are redoing the magic book 6.0, plus we will also be doing the extra edge videos के लिए एक अलग book. ठीक है, पहले magic book 6.0 आ जाएगी, extra edge पे we are working, and that shall also be there. Till then you have the PDFs in place. 178 to 181, correct? That's super, Varchana. I think definitely, I'll be seeing you post exam results for an interview for sure. Yes, Aryan. See, for any exam, it's very, very easy. Just master the PYQs and the related topics. You would see that for INICET, same topics are repeated, but in more depth every single time. So for INICET, work on the depth of the topics, work on the first and second year subjects. They are very, very important. Okay. Yeah. So that was about the session, guys. I hope it has given you a quick insight how to make the notes. I think I need to make a separate video for that, telling you that how to make notes, because personally I'm a big fan of making my own self notes. That is what I've always done, and that is what has helped me to consolidate the things at one place while even I was preparing for my PG entrance exam. Okay, so how to make notes is, जो आप पढ़ते हो कहीं से भी उसको सेम टू सेम कॉपी नहीं करना है, जो इसेंशियल उसका एसेंस है बस वो आपको लिखना है. So what I used to do is, suppose if this is a book that I have which has 100 pages, 200 pages, then I used to dedicate, let's say, the first 20 pages to the subject of physiology. That is what I have. The next 20 pages is for anatomy. So my notebook will have the page number written, right? I would write down the page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the page numbering for the entire notebook. And then whenever, suppose I was giving a GT and I come across the mistakes that I've done in physiology questions in GT, I would write it down here in physiology, plus the first page or the last page of my book used to be the index. Okay, on what page what topic has been covered. So for example, let's say I made a mistake in the sarcomere wala topic, I'll write down sarcomere has been covered on page 4, right? So if it's a topic that I have concised, I will write it down in the index, right? So basically, make your notes in the bullet format. Please pure sentences mat likhna. Do not focus a lot on being very aesthetic. You can read it, that's enough, right? And you just scribble down, you can read it, even that is enough. And bullet points as short form as you can use, that is better. Okay, flow charts banao, mind maps banao. So that is how, basically getting things at one place is very, very important. And there's only one course in our app, which is Sure Shot. If you have queries, like I said, you can reach out on our support number 9922882189. Okay? Yes, Kush. If you don't have the confidence in the particular subject you did for FMG from some resource, and if you're not getting the confidence, then you can switch on to another resource. Okay? एक ही कोर्स है भाई Radsynapse ऐप में शॉर्ट उसमें ही आपको सब कुछ मिलता है. So there is no confusion there. It's just the subscription duration that you have to take a call on. It's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. Okay? ठीक है? Not really. Anatomy पूरा जाके फिर वापस main videos करो, George. I think, just rewatch those videos again and do a lot of question practice is what will help you. Chaitanya, for November INICET, the plan is the simple. I've given you the timetable, right? Just skip the yellow days that are there so that you can complete the timetable schedule that I've given, and do all the INICET FMG PYQs very, very well. Attend the live TNDs, right? Plus watch the previous TNDs which are there in the app. And don't worry, guys, we'll stay connected on the Telegram group as well. If you have any queries, I'm always going to be there. I'm not disappearing anywhere. Very good, Steady B. So Sure Shot, Extra Edge, and then all the TNDs. That is what you have to do from the app. Rizul, I would still say that khud ke notes banao better hai. I find personal notes very useful. Okay? So I hope I've answered majority of the queries, guys. A quick reminder for all those who have joined late. We have a baseline mini GT which is there in the Radsynapse app in the test series style on the homepage. Give that baseline mini GT, which is 50 questions, entirely PYQ based. It is free for everyone. From 5th of August to 7th of August, till 7th August you can give it. 8th August we'll announce the results. The top 3 students will get the free Radsynapse app subscription for 1 month. So this is like you get an initial assessment. Where are you standing right now? Right? Please do share the scores with me on the Telegram group if you can, so that I know that where you are standing and how we can improvise on that. Okay? So that is a must give baseline GT, mini GT for everyone, because it is dedicatedly based on PYQs. The questions have been handpicked, choosing the topics that are asked in all the exams, whether it is FMG, NEET PG और INICET. तो आप कोई भी एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, आपको ये बेसलाइन मिनी जीटी देनी ही है. ओके, ठीक है, right. And apart from that, one more thing guys, what do the Radsynapse app subscribers also get apart from all this content, live classes, recorded classes? You also get an access to the e-library, right? If you find it difficult to go to a offline library, you are working, you've got some free time, you want that library wala feel, internship mein free time hai, library wala feel chahiye, to e-library karke hai, you can join in there, right? So that is a virtual library. Plus we will have the Med Connect sessions, like those are the Zoom sessions which are there, where we can talk one-on-one. You can ask your queries one-on-one, right? So Med Connect sessions, basically like the pep-up talks which keep happening, and we keep meeting to discuss your difficulties, your struggles, your queries. I give you some motivational talks there. And so this is apart from the content which is there, you have the e-library and the Med Connect sessions also which are there. Okay, clear with everyone? No, Chaitanya, not compulsory to order the notes. You have the PDFs attached to the videos. If you want, you can order, right? Otherwise, if you want, you can skip it. Yes, Avinashi, that's what is going to happen. Okay? All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I'm super excited, to begin this new journey again with you guys. And I hope so are you. And remember, Dr. Nikita is there always by your side. So no need to worry on anything. Any query you have, any difficulty you have, you can just tag me. Drop in a message on Telegram group and tag me there. Shall be always there. And we'll keep meeting in the Med Connect sessions as well. Okay. Goodbye. Take care. FMG students, Radsynapse app कर लो, आराम से आपका FMG निकल जाएगा. I can definitely vouch for that, because getting 150 out of 300 with the Radsynapse app content, it's very, very easy. Okay. All right. I'm sharing the PDF of the timetable in the group. Don't worry on that. And nahi, Speed Radsynapse nahi, Radsynapse app by Dr. Nikita. Okay, that's the app there. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Goodbye. Take care and keep studying, keep revising, keep Radsynapsing and keep winning. Let's crack it together. Thank you. Chaitanya, one last query. If live class is missed, in how many days you get recorded? Within next 1 hour, the recorded video is available. The same day, within next hour, you get the recorded video as well. So even in case you miss the live class, you don't need to worry about that. Okay. No, Rio, there's not a difference in the content of the Magic Book 5.0 and 6.0. That's the same. Just that you will have a supplementary extra edge book that will be available. So don't worry. Online virtual library is 24/7, right? It's open 24/7. You can make your study buddies there, right? An accountability partner there. And, that's definitely going to give you a boost as well. Okay. Thank you so much. Final thank you and final bye. Thank you.